Writing prompt. All villains unite for their biggest revenge plan. They all surrender and suddenly all heroes have to face their biggest fear. Unemployment. In the bustling city of Metroville, the sun shone brightly overhead, casting a warm glow over the towering skyscrapers and bustling streets below. But amidst the hustle and bustle of city life, a shadow loomed over the heroes who once patrolled the streets, keeping the citizens safe from harm. For months, a sinister alliance of villains had been plotting their revenge, their nefarious schemes culminating in a grand plan to bring the heroes to their knees. And so it was that on a fateful day, all the villains of Metroville united, their collective power overwhelming even the mightiest of heroes. In a shocking turn of events, the villains surrendered en masse, leaving the heroes stunned and uncertain of their future. With crime rates plummeting and no villains left to fight, the heroes found themselves facing their biggest fear yet: unemployment. In the heart of Metroville, a nondescript office building stood, its sleek glass facade reflecting the bustling city below. Inside, a young man named Alex sat nervously in the waiting area, his cape and mask neatly folded beside him. As the receptionist called his name, Alex straightened his shoulders and made his way into the interview room, where a stern-looking man in a suit awaited him. "Please, take a seat, Mr. Smith," the interviewer said, gesturing towards the chair opposite him. Alex obliged, offering a nervous smile as he settled into the seat. "Thank you for seeing me, sir." The interviewer nodded, flipping through Alex's resume with a critical eye. "So, Mr. Smith, let's start with your employment history. I see here that you've listed hero as your previous occupation. Can you tell me more about that?" Alex cleared his throat, shifting uncomfortably in his seat. "Well, you see, sir, I've spent the past few years fighting crime and protecting the citizens of Metroville from harm. It's been a challenging but rewarding experience." The interviewer raised an eyebrow, his expression unreadable. "And what specific skills did you acquire during your time as a hero that would be relevant to this position?" Alex hesitated, racking his brain for an answer. Well, I suppose I've developed strong problem-solving skills and the ability to work well under pressure. Oh, and I'm quite proficient in hand-to-hand combat." The interviewer nodded, though his expression remained skeptical. "I see. And can you provide an example of a challenging situation you faced as a hero and how you resolved it?" Alex shifted uncomfortably, struggling to come up with a suitable response. "Well, there was this one time when a supervillain threatened to destroy the city with a giant laser beam. I managed to stop him by, distracting him with a witty one-liner." The interviewer's eyebrow twitched, a hint of frustration creeping into his voice. "Mr. Smith, I'm afraid that answer is hardly satisfactory. We're looking for someone with a proven track record of problem-solving and leadership skills, not someone who relies on witty comebacks to save the day." Alex's heart sank, realizing that his lackluster performance in the interview was jeopardizing his chances of landing the job. As the questions continued, he struggled to come up with coherent answers, his confidence waning with each passing minute. The interviewer sighed inwardly, realizing that the hero's lackluster performance made him an unlikely candidate for the position. However, with a reluctant shake of his head, he decided to extend an offer nonetheless. "Mr. Smith," the interviewer began, his tone resigned, "while your qualifications may not be ideal for the position we initially discussed, I do have another opportunity available that may be suitable for someone with your unique skill set." Alex perked up at the mention of another opportunity, his hopes rising once more. "Really? What kind of position are we talking about?" The interviewer hesitated for a moment before clearing his throat. "Well, it's not exactly what you're accustomed to, but we do have an opening for a janitorial position. It's minimum wage, of course, but it's a start." Alex's heart sank at the offer. His dreams of finding meaningful employment dashed in an instant. But as he looked into the interviewer's eyes, he saw a glimmer of sympathy there, a silent acknowledgement of the difficult situation he found himself in. After a moment's hesitation, Alex nodded, his pride swallowing hard as he accepted the offer. "Thank you, sir. I appreciate the opportunity.